feel it's like, whoa. You cannot count on my show. Calling my phone like you know. You wouldn't leave it alone. I'm asking you to play nice. Let's not pretend you were nice. You just don't want me to smile. It's been that way for a while. But I've been on my godsend. I've been moving mountains. Been fucking and been grounded. In love with my surroundings. Can't fuck with me, you so small. Our loving was a close call. It's okay, you fucked up.
My goodness, I haven't even tweeted yet. Oh, I haven't been putting it in the great Discord server. You know, that's a bad thing. How are we gonna get all of our friends in here, chat? Going live. I guess I can just post. Everybody gets pinged anyway. That's the sound of Evangelion music that will never be playing on this motherfucking goddamn motherfucking stream again. I'll tell you that much, chat, because my goodness, did it take me forever to get this last VOD through because of all the great end of Ava footage we had in it. It's a bit of a mess. I'd bring it up now, but I don't have it prepared, so I don't want to. Any great tweets? Oh my god, Pokemon art. Oh my god, great pop music commentary. True, everything I said was true. They're eating watermelon, and it's Deoxys Defense Form and Jirachi. Jirachi, that's what that one's called. I can hear myself. Well, at least that means the microphone is working. At least I think. Oh my god, should I check the gain? Oh my god, it's so low you couldn't even hear me. Now we've got football post. Let's... Fuck a Tony Staggs. Fuck the Broncos. But anyway, he's gonna run. Oh my god, he's still running, chat. They should have fucking tagged me. Shut up. Broncos fans are the worst. Oh my god, this is epic. Same game, but the other team. I wonder if this will get me pinged on YouTube. Let's find out. Now, nobody catches it, so they're going to throw it back and they're going to kick again. He's going to catch a one-handed chat. It's going to look really cool. Epic. Truly epic. And that Misty's going to get rid of this fucking Ghastly with a cross, Solidarity. Now, Mr. R is here. Fan, have you been watching the Olympics? I have not. It is very funny because I've been thinking about that a lot because the Olympics have been going on for like 3 or 4 days, I think. And the last Olympics I did follow a lot, which is crazy because I would have been streaming around the time of the last Olympics. Now, they cheated. It's only been 3 years since the last Olympics, COVID and whatever. But it's still, that's fucking crazy that that's that long ago. Oh my god, should we get verified, chat? So no, I haven't watched a single thing. All I saw on this piece of shit app here, that's full of just the rightest of right-wing extremeness on my fucking timeline every fucking day, was just complaining about how satanic the opening was, but unironically. Like, that's not a joke, that's not an exaggeration, but they were very mad about that. And I just wanted to kill myself. But I didn't actually see it, I just saw the screenshot of, like, the dude, and he was, like, half naked or something, and it's kind of fat. So I don't know. But other than that, I haven't seen anything. I know the swimming's, like, already started. I don't know. It is funny. I don't think I know any Olympians anymore. Like, probably if, like, they read out the list of Australian swimmers, like, I'd probably recognize a bunch of the names. But there really isn't, like, a Usain Bolt anymore. There probably is. I don't even remember who won the 100 meters last year. I definitely watched it. Because I think there was an Australian guy in the final who had come out of nowhere and nobody really knew who he was, and then he raced really well. Or maybe he only got to the semi-final, I don't remember. But anyway, that's all crazy. It starts for a bad time in Oz. It certainly does. And the last time it was in Japan, so it was only like an hour away from us. But this time, yeah, it's all fucked up. Like, I saw my mother when I came to the car was watching the BMX biking. I don't know, where you ride on the bike and you do the tricks. And it was sunny in the old France, so it's weird. For Mr. R, it would be very convenient this year. I mean, I watched on catch up anyway since the events start before I get to work. Yeah. Well, I forgot Mr. R's gonna go to work, so you know. Some people have time zone issues. Some people have life issues, I guess. Oh, hold on. I do have to go over these great things. I did a bunch of chat. We love paint here. Hold on, I gotta open Discord and go to my Elite RE DMs because that's what I use to transfer files. Now, We click on this. Then we scroll up past our Great House of the Dragons stuff. Then we'll open all of these in browser. Now, chat, there's only 5 of them, so, it's not going to take forever, but it's already taken forever, so just bear with me, My great paint diagrams, my graphs, my charts, they're incredible. And I meant to take a picture of a thing I wrote in a book, but I forgot to do that on my rushing out here, right? Now they're all open. Now we'll go here. We'll close Discord. Fuck you. Elite RE is streaming tonight, by the way. I don't know when he was planning to stream, but fuck Elite RE. He's not allowed to stream on my notes. Is the mic coming through? Oh my god, it is. I had a fucking terror attack, but it is still working. No, we got to get rid of that and get rid of that. What's Mr. R. Lincoln? Here you go, the perfect tweet encapsulating the controversy of the opening ceremony. If it's Elon Musk, I might be so mad I might ban Mr. R. Because my god, is he fucking annoying. Oh my god, it's different. Oh, I see this Ryan Garcia guy. I think he's like a UFC guy, but he's always tweeting some crazy shit. Imagine if openly mocked Muhammad in Islam, just figure, there you go. Oh, and the Charlie Hebdo stuff. Yes, I remember this stuff. So yes, a lot of people, there were a lot of like Muslims, like the Tates. They're like egging Christians on. They're like, Christians, I can't believe you put up with this shit. Muslims would never allow this. So yeah, it's just annoying and what's the word we use now? Retarded. But anyway. But yes. Okay, do we go over these now? I guess we got YouTube videos that maybe people care about more. Oh, this one. Sarah Targaryen wins again. True. I'm so smart. Oh my god, let me like my own video. Mia, of course, left his weekly comment. It was pretty sick. He was just saying that he liked the episode in the season, and it was saying me and Elite RE were wrong. And I knew this comment was coming as soon as I started saying that stuff in the video, so... See, this is a very vague one. Mr. R wouldn't have got spoiled at all. Now, Mr. R, next week, there's probably going to be some crazy shit in the title, so you better watch the episode early. That's all I'm saying. Now, so there's not much there. But yeah, it was definitely, I think it was Chainsaw Man that got us all these views on the second channel. Because these two got massive views. But the Chainsaw Man ear meme went very viral. And so I think that somehow went back into this. Or was it just my great title, Love is in the Air? Very funny, very funny. But for whatever reason, they both went up. Maybe we should have had the last scene in the thumbnail, but I don't make the thumbnail, so blame Elite RE. Speaking of Elite RE, I was leaving comments on his videos, and I wanted to check if I got any replies. Oh my god. It's because the anime is mediocre, the light novel is better. Oh my god, people doing things when I'm trying to rile them up. And then this was a commenter in defense of me. Is this reply going to be hating on me? Oh no, it was just me. That's crazy. That wasn't even a bit. I just forgot I did that. Oh my god. Elite RE is responding to things. All very interesting, thanks. That's code for too long didn't read. He's crazy. He doesn't respect his fans like I do. Oh my god. Speaking of my fans, let's check my videos now. I uploaded a video like 2 weeks ago or something. Only 10 days ago. I'm pretty good. Now, this is the video we want to see. Thank God it's muted. We're nearly there. Nearly there. We'll get there one day. It has been going a bit slower. Not Miller the Killer. I'm hosting a viewing party, so no early viewing. All right. Just delete me from Discord then. Or stop the pinging. I'm sure you know how to do that. I don't. Miller's linking something. It better be Doug Walker related. 47 seconds. Oh. It's not Shy Boyfriend tired of getting C's uses one for all on you ASMR. Well, it's only 40. Oh my god, we got a comment. Wait, it's me. Why did this open on the second channel? What's going on? We're now logged in on different accounts, right? I don't know why that happened. Now, this is funny or engaging, but Miller wants us to watch it.
Oh, hey babe. I was just wanting to get the ice cream. Wait. Hey, stop! Don't pinch my cheeks anymore.
Very relatable.
I said stop! I'm so sick of this. No. I'm so...
Oh, this is one for all, because it's the good one. Millie, you'll never guess what happened. Last night, after we recorded House of the Dragon, I just made Elite RE tell me every My Hero Academia spoiler. It was really fun. I can't remember any off the top of my head. You know, he was telling me about all the 4 final battles that were going on and stuff. It was crazy, and I was asking him, whatever happened to that character? And he'd tell me. It was crazy. Oh my god, tell me the story of MHA. Well, I guess if anybody doesn't want any vague spoilers. Oh my god, Tipsy's here. What did I walk into? Oh, we were just doing some funny sex stuff, you know, whatever Miller just linked. So everybody, if you don't want my vague, probably wrong My Hero Academia spoilers, I don't know, leave for 2 minutes. So Miller the Killer, Alita was telling me about All Might was fighting All for One again, and he was biting him. And then he beat him or something, maybe. And Bakugo lost an arm. He was telling me about every character just lost a limb or something. A bunch of them. And then he was like, they were fighting some guy in space or something. That was crazy. Ochaku was fighting Toga, and that was their final battle. And she, like, helped her in the end or something. And then there was Todoroki and Endeavor were fighting Darby again. I thought that shit was super old. He showed me what the Invisible Girl looks like. That was crazy. Greatest payoff of all time. Deku was fighting Shigaraki, but Alita says that All for One might be the last bad guy. And, what else did he say? That's about it. I don't remember. All of this is wrong, Lamau. No, it's all right. Endeavor loses an arm, not Bakugo. Bakugo loses 2 arms. Alita told me. The Deku versus Shigaraki battle is so dog shit. Well, if Miller the Killer says it, it must not be true. Now, was that what I meant to say? Must not be true. Yes, I'm calling him a liar and an idiot. But, I don't know. That's My Hero Academia. Everybody can come back now. So, videos. Crazy. So, you know, I've been thinking about some videos, and I sort of made a list, and this was even before I did the last video, of like the 7 videos I would preferably like to get out before the end of the year. Now, that one was number 1. So you've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left to do. Now, I have since making this changed a lot of these ideas. And I ranked them all on sort of these 5 great charts here, these 5 great stats. Just as a little mental mind thing. And then I also did a literal mind map on a piece of paper. You know, I like to do those, chat. I'm sure in many streams. A lot of you are old viewers. Remember, I used to show them off all the time. Have you heard of the legend of Gentle Criminal? I remember somebody called Gentle in My Hero Academia, but I don't remember them at all. Now, shut up, Miller. Videos and stuff. But anyway, yes, I love maps and stuff, you know. It's how my brain works or something. I remember I used to have a whiteboard. That was crazy. I still got it. I just don't use it very much. So, I was just doing them on this. But anyway, to go through the videos first, we've got a little Madman one that would be easy. We've got this House of the Dragon one, which would be the biggest difference between House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones, because me and Alita were always talking, and I always bring up how, you know, this show is so different from the original. You know, the dialogue's way different, and sometimes I say the new way is better, sometimes I say the old way is better, so that would be a clarifying video making that. I think I'm going to cut this video. Just because I don't think in any of these it's like towards the good end. Sometimes this is the good end. For hottest take, most is the good end. This Wary is Wary Tenderness of the Joel and Ellie scenes in The Last of Us Part 2, or the introductory scenes. This is an old video. All of these are fucking old video ideas I've had for fucking 4 years. But we actually have been making some videos, so it's not impossible. I've since changed this video because I think I'm going to... I also had the idea of, like, what if I only made good videos? Because that last Rhaenyra video was just sort of like to capitalize on the show, basically. And it kind of worked. It got 1,000 views or something, but it didn't really work. And I think all of these videos are, like, good videos. Except for this Wary Tenderness one, it was kind of weird. It was kind of just about, like, the opening 3 scenes, and then I wanted to do a follow-up video about the Jesse and Dina introduction scenes, which would have just been the next 2 scenes. And that's kind of weird because then the third Last of Us video is always going to be the big, like, analysis of the whole Abby and Ellie relationship and the thematic point of the thing and tying Joel into it and everything. So I thought, what if I combine those 2 ideas and then also put my marketing point into this video? And it all fits under this sort of conceit of how does The Last of Us Part 2 introduce itself? It's pretty cool. This is a funny little thingy where it's like me going through the marketing and like the first time we saw Last of Us Part 2 is this, and there's funny, cute little anecdotes in there about me watching kind of funny streams and stuff. I think it lends itself well to being funny. It's because a lot of these are older ideas. There was a part where at the beginning of making videos I tried to be funny, but it was awful. And then I would sometimes try to do jokes, but the narration just couldn't carry it. And then I just stopped doing jokes because it was just bad. And now we're at a point where we can do jokes good. So I'm rewriting and rethinking all these videos to make them more in line with the better, more modern videos. But anyway, so that's that video, and that's what I'm going to do. That's the one I'm like most excited for. We've got the ranking the Pokemon episodes videos, which is guaranteed. We'll all be famous when this happens. I'll start giving out stimulus checks because we'll have so much fucking money because this video will get 20 million views in the first day. We've got the Fantasia video, which is like part 2 of that Berserk video I started. It's kind of important we do this one. It's kind of the one I least want to do. Actually, one of these is like how much I want to do them. And then the Appeal of Chainsaw Man is a video that we really have to make. So those are the 6 videos. Now, let me check a chat. Did you know stain helps all mate for... I did know that. That's something Alita already told me, Miller. Can't you use that Last of Us... can't wait for you to use that Last of Us footage. True, Mr. R, true. We got to also put that to use. I paid goddamn money for that, and Mr. R played a whole game for me. So we better put that to use. So I didn't actually order these because I just opened them in the way I had pasted them to Elite RE. So from Hottest Take, the Madman video is just Madman is good. Nobody thinks this is controversial. What we've now put into how all these Last of Us videos are vaguely controversial because they're Last of Us 2 good. Actually, they're like Last of Us 2 greatest thing of all time. Haha, eat shit and die. This is not that much of a hot take anymore, and I think the people that care about shitting on it, there was always 2 groups to the people who cared about shitting on it. There were the people that were actually fans and were upset because Joel died or something, or they didn't like the creative decisions or something, which there is a subsection of people like that. They would still care, but I feel like that's like 20% of the outrage. 80% of the outrage was it was just like the making fun of the woke people of the month for that month. All those people don't care anymore. Because you can see every video that's uploaded about The Last of Us Part 2 now is like, oh, it's actually good, guys. You guys were wrong. It's like, shut up, I was there from the beginning. Where's Little Garden? True, Miller. But then I would have to reread Little Garden instead of reading Skypiea. Which, I mean, would be fun. I'd do it. The Little Garden video is not the worst idea in the world. Because it would make for... Because it's relatively easy. Because it's just an arc review, basically. I would have to rewatch that Syrup Village video and see what the fuck I said for 29 minutes. Was it good? It's old now, so it's probably not good. But that section of videos that I made, because I made that Sopranos generational conflict video, and that's probably my best point in a video. So there's a possibility that that video is good. I could try Little Garden. It's not because I just thought to myself, I'm like, I'm not going to reread Little Garden when I haven't read Skypiea yet. But then I just thought about it, and I was like, that would be fun. So maybe Miller's done well. 2 games, true, Mr. I did play through part 1 too, so I had footage for that. And the new part 1. Someone has to have made a video about how Jai is the best lore dump in One Piece because when you first introduced to most things. The problem with me is I can't talk about that because I always get confused about what I'm supposed to know because of the way in which I have read One Piece and which Miller does not like. There really is no other way I would make any other One Piece content, right? Because I can't make general videos because I'm not caught up. And I can't make theory videos because I'm not caught up. And I can't really make character analysis because all the characters come back. Unless I did like somebody that died and I'm trying to think of somebody. I don't think anybody's died yet. Like I couldn't even do a Vivi one because she comes back later. Spoiler, Miller, spoiler. So you can only really do arc analysis. And but then it would sort of be like a thing because I did my favorite East Blue arc and then my favorite Alabaster arc, but then it's just Gyre and Skypiea. I don't know. It's not on the list here, Miller, but you made me think about it a little bit. And that's half of the journey. The Hot D video could vaguely be controversial because, you know, it's like comparing the 2 shows and it doesn't seem like most people like are bothered by the changes as much as I am. Or I think lining them up might help people think, but this might just be a thing that I'm just in my head about. This is not what I'm in my head about. I know everybody believes this about Chainsaw Man, but also I don't, because it's further across the thingy. The Fantasia point, why did I put that here? How could this be controversial? Well, the problem with this Fantasia video is that I might just be wrong, I guess, and that's why I put it here. The ranking video will be pretty controversial because I'm basically going to say everybody likes Pokemon anime is retarded and never says why it's good properly. And also, my favorite episode is probably an episode nobody remembers, etc., etc. Plus, I say I kind of like the ending of the first season, which a lot of people hate, and the Chainsaw Man thing. So that's hot take. Whatever. We've gone through that one. Want to make. These two videos suck. Fuck these videos. These two videos in the middle. Right now, and I really want to make these two videos. It's pretty self-explanatory. I tried to put these a little bit further to the middle because I am kind of interested in making these videos. This one, I hit a research wall where I started reading about the fucking astral layers and shit, and I was like, do I have to reread Berserk to make this video? And then I was like, no, but I do have to read both these wiki pages. And then I was like, I'll do it later. And so I'm a little bummed out about this video. This video, it's just not that interesting, and we might be cutting it from this entirely. The smartest video. So which video is the smartest and which one's not? I put Fantasia here because it's a genius point. It might be wrong, though. Very Tenderness, I think, writing about The Last of Us Part 2 in a lot of detail makes you seem smart. Chainsaw Man is kind of like more of a self video than a general point video. So you probably wouldn't classify it as smart. Again, just saying Madman's good is not the smartest thing in the world. The House of the Dragon video is kind of another different personal thing. And the ranking video is just ranking episodes. So it's not that smart. Virality. This means how well the video might do. And, ever since I've seen that one Madman video that just got 1 million views out of nowhere from that one channel that really didn't do anything, I'm convinced that if I make a thumbnail that's as good as that, or direct a lead RE to make a thumbnail as good as that and make it a simple point, we can do it. And I think I can do it, but I'm kind of delusional. Madman videos do terrible on my channel. This ranking video guaranteed 20 million views. I'm going to be rich and famous. Hot D is popular. Chainsaw Man is popular. Both these videos, well, this Hot D video kind of has a good title. The Chainsaw Man video would be cool, but it has a terrible title. The Appeal in brackets of Chainsaw Man, where I'm trying to make fun of that type of titling. Like, I don't know, it's very basic, but I guess those videos generally get a lot of views, but I don't know if anybody's like, what is the appeal of Chainsaw Man? The Fantasia video, title is so wordy, I've changed it 3 times, it's terrible, so it's probably not going to do very well. That's a follow-up to another video. And Very Tenderness, I have no confidence in this doing well. Though with the title change, I do think this title is a little bit better. Though it is also like, if I saw a video called How Last of Us Part 2 Introduces itself, I'd be like, ew, what is this? Same with the Appeal of Chainsaw Man. But anyway. And then we got creativity. I have like 3 different bits thought out for different segments of the Chainsaw Man video, so I think it would be very creative. The rest of them are very straightforward. This is just a ranking. This is just analysis. This is just talking through things. I think I had an idea for this that I'm not remembering right now, so I put it more towards the middle. This now has a clever idea, so I'd put this one down here. But anyway, this was my little mental mind map. This was basically, the only person I thought would be interested in this is Elite and he's not here right now. But anyway, we did it. And he was also making fun of me because I had sent those images to him like 5 days ago and hadn't streamed yet. So that's his problem. So anyway, we're done with that. Everybody, we can have fun again. What if you watched it instead of reading again? It's too boring. For Little Garden? No way. Because it wouldn't be boring. You fucking stupid, bro. What do I like about Little Garden? Hey. Another fucking ASMR. This one's 10 minutes. I forgot you call him Catch-chan sometimes. Epic. We love Bakugo. Until he cried when he was fighting Deku about All Might. It was lame and ruined his character forever. Now, what was I saying right before that? Little Garden is epic because of the recontextualization of the mountains at the end. And also, it's really funny when Luffy just punches the one wax dude and he's like, how did you know? And he says, I just knew. Which was epic. But then I think Miller told me that might have been hockey in retrospect, and that's lame. I'm the resident best guy ever stand here. Remember our last stream? Then there's a cool thing where Zoro is like pinned down and he's making funny jokes, I think, about how he's going to cut off his leg. Usopp's there. I think Nami's there too, right? Yeah, because then she gets sick afterwards. But Sanji and the gang aren't there. And then Luffy gets made to be depressed or something. That was kind of funny. and it's got a cool environment, and there's dinosaurs. So obviously Little Garden's the best. Thank you, Miller, for rejogging this thing. What's the Fantasia point? Don't ask me to explain it now. It's like that everything in Berserk is just a metaphor for being a little pussy. And being a Behelit is about creating a fake world, but instead that world gets made into real life because you cheated and used a Behelit. Whereas Guts lives in the real world and is strong. Epic. And doesn't need Fantasia powers to have another go at life. He just did it by trying really hard. Except for that elf magic stuff that saved his girlfriend. The Giants are just like Zoro and Sanji, it's sick. No, they're way cooler. I don't know if the instinct thing is observation haki or not. I guess it probably is by definition. Nah. Luffy just thought it was funny to punch the guy immediately. Oh, I should probably watch like 10 seconds of this stupid video. I don't want to be a leader here and just refusing to watch anything of videos. Actually, I gotta piss, so you can watch this.
Bullying you. Why? Only I gotta bully you. Ah, I see. So that punk is a racist.
There you go. There's the microphone back. Anyway, I'm going to pee, so I heard like 30 seconds of this, so it's good, and I did what Mill wanted, and now he can listen to it while I piss.
I hate racists. Oh, he's done for now. If anyone bullies these extras, it's me! And if you ever bully them, you better have a damn good reason for them. Not 'cause of racism. Only cowards are racist. Judging people by their race, their skin color, they make me sick. I'm gonna have a word with this asshole. And I'm gonna destroy him. Come with me.
God, you ever piss,
I'm gonna
chat?
show
It's
you what
crazy.
happens to
You
rape.
feel like good afterwards. The answer, Mr. R, is no, I never played Medieval. It's funny that you bring that up, because for this Last of Us video, talk about when The Last of Us Part 2 was first announced, which is at PSX 2016. I remember it like it was yesterday, it says in the script. But so I was going back and rewatching that press conference. And then I ended up rewatching the E3 Nintendo fucking sucks, Sony press conference 2016. I was just like, this is crazy. But I did think, because I was thinking about Medieval, because I thought it was also that the remake that they did on the PS4 for it. I don't know, I think it was just a remaster actually. I thought it was announced at that 2016 thingy, but I think it was the next year, which is interesting. I was watching the Kind of Funny Thing. God, this is crazy. I loved when I was really, 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 really into video games. And by video games, I mean like video game news and like basically just Kind of Funny. That's how I got all the information. But like I remember, like I say this all the time, but I remember every like Sony first party studio and what they were working on or something, and then it was so fun because in the beginning of 2016 you didn't know what like 90% of them were working on, because I think Uncharted had just come out, so it was like, oh, what's Naughty Dog gonna do next? Oh my god, what's the LA one that makes God of War? Is it Santa Monica Studios? I'm so fucking smart. They hadn't announced that they were doing the new God of War yet. Insomniac was rumored to be making an exclusive. And they hadn't announced that it was Spider-Man yet. And we knew about Horizon. That had just been announced from Guerrilla. And there was like, I don't know, the rest of them. Like Sony Bend, everybody still didn't know what they were working on. And then they eventually revealed it was Days Gone. And Detroit Become Human was being made by that studio, which is whatever. And we didn't know what Sucker Punch was doing either before they announced Ghost of Tsushima. And it was just like, oh my god. Speculating about what all of these companies were doing. It was crazy. What a crazy time to be alive. But yeah, it was just, man, I used to know video games, and these press conferences were so exciting, which you don't even have if you're really into the Nintendo Direct thing, because at the beginning of, now, not in this one, but in the E3 one, the trailers would all start with the logos of the developers, and it'd be like, and I remember watching it live and being like, oh, holy shit, we're gonna see what Bend is doing for the first time. And I was only force fed this by the Kind of Funny guys. Like, I didn't actually know shit, but it was just what a interesting time to be alive. And I was having a nostalgic little trip. Was it I think it was the night before last night, just rewatching this stuff. It was fucking crazy. But also, 2016 is so long ago. It's fucking crazy that it's this long ago. This all looks relatively modern. Like, there's nothing to give away that this is old besides the 2016 in the background. The video wall looks a little bit different. Oh my god, they start and end with Naughty Dog. It's the greatest press conference of all time. Where's Sean Lane? Will you just go to the fucking screen, goddammit? But yeah, oh well, I probably needed the establishing shot for the fucking the wall and shit. But anyway, this was all funny. If you 100% it, you unlock the option to play an emulated version of the original inside it. It was a remake. Oh, that's interesting. I think the Tomb Raider thing does that too, right? The new Tomb Raider. Crap, anyway, here's a great documentary about its speedruns. Oh my god, and it's not Summoning Salt. Miller's gonna have a little a freak out. Oh, I clicked the Miller link again. Oh, that's actually not one I've clicked yet. Let's see these links. How old is it, Mr. R? Oh, it's 1 year old. Uh-oh. The history of medieval...
In the game of Medieval, you play as a resurrected Sir Daniel Fortescue, possibly the most game-breaking...
I've seen gameplay of this game before. God, PS1 games look so weird, huh? But good. It's funny how Crash is like looking of them, huh? And it's like the one I'm most familiar with. So sometimes you see it and you're like, PS1 games, what are you doing? But I like this. Look at it. I guess I played Tomb Raider 2 more recently, and that looked pretty good, I guess. But there you go. I mean, maybe I'll watch that one day. Now, what did Miller link? Oh my god, RTTV clip. This is see, Mr. R. Fuck all the high-minded, interesting, well-developed shit. Let's watch a reaction.
Bro, it makes sense, bro. It makes sense.
Damn. Are you gonna cry, my baby man?
Oh my god, Rob's making fun of him. He's crying again. This isn't even the cry I was talking about. Oh my god, this is the bunny girl I never met. And Best Jeanist was there. Finger faint. Bro, what's with these CGI fingers? I don't know what's going on here. But he was indeed crying. Oh my god, I had a brand new chatter. But Miller banned him. He's always trying to just keep me to himself. Now we know they're all working on nothing. No, they're just working on games that get cancelled, okay? It's alright. Oh, there's a B-Mask video on this game, on Medieval. I think there is. I think I've seen that in his thumbnails. Yeah, old Medieval. I know a bit about it. But anyway, watching this conference again was fucking crazy, bro. And I love how in these old press conferences, they like leave the crowd noise in as the whole trailer plays so you can hear them reacting. Especially at PSX where it's a little smaller, you can hear like hecklers. It's pretty funny. Oh my god, they're showing Crash gameplay for the first time. You'd play that the next year. It's crazy. Oh my god, I was almost on the note too, and I couldn't even hear it. Oh, it wasn't that part. Never mind, I fucked it up. Oh my god, look at that. They remade it. Crazy. Absolutely crazy nonsense that is. But anyway, that was... Talking about Medieval reminded me of that. God, Crash remakes look like shit. Well, I think we were seconds away from Tim saying that they looked way better than he thought they were going to look, and they look great. Now, what do I think nowadays? I used to think they looked epic, and it was the greatest thing ever. It looks a little weird, I guess. But I think now I would always just play the originals, because also it's easier to play. Because yeah, I don't have to like figure out, or I guess I don't have to do it now that we have a PS5, I can just plug the disc in. But I get the PS1's already set up, you know, I don't have to go and get the PS5 from the other room, so, you know. I think they generally look good. Don't listen to Miller, Mr. R. He's crazy, remember? He's going to say everything looks bad. Also a B-Mask point, lol. Wait, I think I watched that video. Maybe that is a B-Mask point. The CTR remake was outstanding. See, I haven't played that. I haven't played the new party game, and I haven't played Crash 4. My goodness, don't speak to me. How did I fall off this bad? Anyway, we have a bunch of videos still open from last time. I don't think I care about any of them on stream. Oh my god, I haven't watched this video yet, Miller, don't cry. Now, the idea is that we should watch Bad Last of Us Part 2. Well, so I'm trying to make this Last of Us thing, and I also have, so now I'm down to 2 Last of Us videos. This introduction one and the main big one. I don't know, because I really haven't watched any Last of Us videos. So I don't know if the positive videos make my points. If so, I'm probably going to be dissuaded and not want to make these videos. So I should probably find out. But if we're on stream, we want it to be fun and we want to watch morons, right? Big, pissy baby morons. Like, there's the one dude from the one dude that made this one, the Incoherent Disaster one that came out right after the game came out. Should we try this one? Because if you just go, The Last of Us Part 2 video essay. I think this is what I did to get some of them. Like, I watched one that was kind of old. Oh, this Unmistakable Humanity one, and it was, like, okay. It was like, oh, man, that's what it means to be human, is to be mean to each other. And it's like, that's crazy, brother, that's crazy. It's just like, oh my god, bad things good. Now, this is by that Luke Stevens guy who was in the H-Bomber video for plagiarizing a long time ago, but says he's changed his ways. Now, I don't know where you would plagiarize 5 hours from, but we can see. Well, wouldn't it be crazy if it was all my talking points and he just watched my stream and made my video, stealing from a smaller creator? That would be crazy. Jacksepticeye says it's a good game. It's funny because every popular streamer that liked the game when the game came out had to say, you know, guys, actually, it's a good game. It's not a great game or nothing, but it's a good game. You know, there's so much polish here. And you might not like the creative decisions. How to divide a fan base seems lame. An overdue critique is not that long, but I don't know if it's a negative video. I now understand the last. I see a lot of videos like this now. It is short, though. That's by the same dude about that video I said I watched. How 1 and 2 changed my life. The People vs. Last of Us 2, a messy story, fan outrage, and a very naughty dog. That doesn't seem too interesting. Last of Us. Oh, by the almighty lolly, this guy's Berserk video I watched like 1 minute of. I wonder if this guy's getting cancelled now, since we're cancelling all the lolicon. It's pretty crazy. Last of Us isn't fun. Please pivot. Fuck you, Miller. Something close to home, and it's rugby. Mr. R's got a link. This is crazy, and he said rugby in it. Miller's got a Lily Orchard thing. He wants me to watch this Pokemon reaction. If it is the Pokemon video, we'll skip to a random point and watch a little bit. Oh my god, it's the Haka. See, growing up in Australia... Oh, no, it's not. It's actually just a girl playing. You know, if she was playing a real sport, Mr. R, maybe I would care. You know, this fake rugby union shit. It's lame. I think the Australian girls just dominate in rugby league, right? I think. Let's look this up real quick. Rugby league world rankings women. Here we go. Oh, we're just the best. 100%. That's crazy. Fuck New Zealand at 86%. And especially fuck England. Now, if it's England, right, does that include Scotland? Will we ever know this? No, that does include Scotland. So we're beating Mr. R. That's pretty good. Canada's not even on here. Oh, yeah, it is. So we're beating Mr. R, Bacon both parts. You know, we're pretty good. Look, Papua New Guinea all the way up there, the Cook Islands. Where the fuck is Samoa and Tonga? They're getting up there with the men's, but not with the ladies. This is embarrassing. Let's just look at the men's. Now, this might be embarrassing because New Zealand might be won because they won like the last game. Wait, England has won? No, that was crazy. I don't know why this... Oh my god, this has it all built in. But again, fuck New Zealand. They suck. Samoa and Tonga way further up here. They've fallen a little bit, though. Like 5 years ago, they would have been ahead of England. Let's see if this is... Yep, it's the same. And then wheelchair. Wheelchair rugby league is a thing. France is good at that. France sucks at every other rugby league. We hate the French. Look at them in 8th. They suck. Anyway, the sports. Oh my god, it's not even the reaction. Now, I watched this video up until, like, this part. And Hoenn was good because it has her favorite Pokemon in it, which is Gardevoir. So let's... And I know the part about Unova is very controversial because everybody loves Unova now, but I think she shit on it.
Worth talking about is Cynthia, because Cynthia and her Garchomp are the most overhyped boss in the series. When I was going through the earlier gens and talking about how, like, Whitney wasn't a real problem, people were like, oh, wait until you see Garchomp. Wait until you get there. It'll crush your dreams and give you PTSD. So, about that...
Because a lot of this video is about, like, balancing. And obviously, like, Pokemon and talking about Pokemon and balancing is rather complicated because it depends on which Pokemon you have. Also, she was, like, cheating in Gardevoir into every game. Now, I think you actually can get Gardevoir in Platinum, so I guess she didn't cheat it into this one. But I think she does it for, like, every other game. And it's like, well, you're kind of fundamentally changing the design of the game like this. And all of it is, like, Miller the Killer level, like, negative hot take stupidity. It's crazy. She's gonna beat Garchomp in one shot, guys. It's gonna be really dramatic. But see, everybody else says it's very difficult.
I mostly just spammed Peck and later.
I'm gonna replay these fucking games soon. Especially with the new ones coming out and them being from Kalos, because I have kind of played them twice, but only twice. But I also started playing Heart Gold again. Too much Pokemon, you know? Does it? Because Wales is there. Scotland is 19th for men. Okay, I guess it doesn't. Just not on the table for women. Yeah, some countries are a little, you know, not very progressive like Australia. It is crazy. I think I saw a stat or something, or somebody saying that if the Olympics was purely female, that Australia would be in, like, the top 3 of all countries. Now, I think we're in, like, the top 10, generally. And, you know, it's so impressive because we just don't have so many people. We're just a sporty nation, and we're just also great. But women's sport is, like, Australia is, like, one of the biggest countries for it. Especially with, like, the soccer team that did really well in the Women's World Cup. And they get decent crowds and ratings on TV for Rugby League and I think AFL. Though AFL's lame, so we don't care about that. So it is interesting, but... it is funny how she doesn't hide her weird fetish for Gardevoir at all. It's because it's pretty...
Confusion. I notice I'm spacing out in gym...
She's a lesbian? Wait, that would make sense. It's usually men that sexualize Gardevoir and... Oh my god, I wonder if she talks about Lopunny at all. Oh my god, we're breaking down. Oh, are we talking about the physical special split here with Gardevoir? Well, there's no way I'm going to be able to stop on that point. Missed it by a bit.
More fun using my Pokemon to clear obstacles than items or special ride Pokemon. And managing HMs has never really been an issue for me because I know the kind of move spread I need.
HMs are actually good. I love these
bugbear in the community. I guess it's part of the problem of people thinking they need full type coverage on every Pokemon. But honestly, I never really had that problem. Just on Gardevoir alone, I
we're talking about move coverage.
3 move slots, Psychic or Psyshock, depending on the gen, a non-Psychic type damaging move, and Calm Mind. Everything else is optional after that. And that's the approach I take with the rest.
Truly epic. Truly epic. Oh my god, rankings, let's skip to the end.
And with that...
We have to watch one Last of Us video, Miller.
We are
fucking
done.
asshole.
Every main series game, well, almost every main series game, is complete and we can all sit back and take a breath. All in all, I'm glad I did this.
Did she not do Black 2 and White 2? I bet she got to the end and was like, you know, it sucks so fucking much, I'm not going to do the second ones.
Austin, I will never touch a Pokemon game for the next 10 years, but true to my own word, my opinions on a lot of these games has changed as a result of doing this. I didn't expect Generation 6 to hold up as well as it did. I didn't expect to actually like Lily. I honestly thought Generation 8 was marginally better than Gen 7, but my opinion worsened after seeing the exact dearth of real content the game had.
Generation 8, of course, one of the best Pokemon generations. Pokemon Sword and Shield. Great looking games. Look great. Play great. Are great. Pokemon Scarlet, obviously probably Pokemon game, though it's not really fair since it's the only actual Pokemon game ever to exist. Legends Arceus might be another Pokemon game. The rest of them are just fake, you know, not even open world.
Man, part of it is changing values.
I love microphone cords. I love hitting them and everything fucking up, and I love interrupting my great points.
I enjoyed
Get to the goddamn ranking.
A lot more than I did when X and Y first came out. It's a game based on Saturday morning cartoons. I'm not expecting John Irenicus to jump out and monologue about birthrights. In Violet, where they have 2 characters who are doused in drama and a villain that has a big tear-jerking goodbye. Yet the one that actually got a tear out of me was just the lonely kid who wants a friend. Everyone can gear itself more toward them knitting together. And while it's quiet and wholesome, it actually moved me because it depicts my relationship with this franchise, where it's just been a constant presence in my life ever since I was 6. Doubly so, given my favorite Pokemon is Gardevoir. I think it's an interesting contrast between the stories that try really hard to get an emotional reaction out of you versus the ones that actually do. Assuming 2 MON, more than you know.
Where's our ranking?
4 and 5 has changed in some way, but before.
Oh, best champion, Iris, true. Wait, did she play Pokemon Black 2 and White 2? Anyway, Diantha, Cynthia's not even on there. That's funny, because we're just overcorrecting. This is epic.
Though I didn't cover Black and White 2 in a lot of detail, Iris remains the best champion the games have ever had. She's a genuinely fun challenge, and while she uses Dragon types almost exclusively, this was before Dragons got nerfed right into the ground. Iris in general has always been a good presence, being the most interesting gym leader in the previous game, and one of the best
Dragons got nerfed right into the ground.
Cartoon. Plus, you get to fight her in space, on an arena of stars, and that dress is fucking fantastic. Truthfully, the most fun I've ever had with a final battle.
Iris has a cool team. She's pretty easy to beat.
Next up, love them or hate them, Pokemon has always had at least one main villain, and the best of them is
Okay. I'm not mad at this.
how they're driving forward. Play these guys and travel with you, whether you like it or
Best
not. Here's the best
companion?
This shouldn't be a surprise given how much I was beside myself about her story. Nimona was the ability as the soul. The character whose deeper cross is
We don't call them
without a
rivals
first
anymore.
is without a doubt Sword and Shield. I can say a lot of negative things about most Pokemon games, but
Hey!
the last thing
What the fuck?
I would call most of them is lazy. Even Scarlet and Violet tried to do something cool, and their only issue was the top staff of Game Freak being uncaring, money-hungry ghouls. So they misjudged the wisdom of making it why they were doing it, and and that was a scam. Granted, Pokemon
I'm
had
not
I felt
listening to
more
this
coming to break with
sacrilege.
Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. I'm sure some of you expected Gen 5 to be here, but going over it for all its faults, Gen 5 is actually interesting to write about. Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum were the pinnacle of the escalation that Pokemon have been doing since Generation 2. This was where the formula pixels. Looking back over Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, I can't think of a single thing outside of the underground that the games before and after it didn't do better. But Generation when Gen 1 came out, by the time Gen 4 released, you were about 17 when it came out, it was the apex. Exception of X and Y
Platinum's
were
got
all
a
different
cool
with the story
roster.
simultaneously. Game Freak's unwillingness to Team Plasma. At least stick to it, you coward.
I think Gen 3 is number 1, right?
Where the
Which
names
is
of Lily
epic.
D with rank a lot
True.
lower. Hazing kept it off the ball. 5
Oh my
years
god,
ago.
Gen
So,
9?
who I interesting. It's something I find fucking sensitive nerve. Toss between this or Scarlet and Violet, but Sun and Moon clinched it by just being a well-made game. Look, that's actually quite
Not
engaging. Lily's
Sun
amazing.
and Moon.
And the problem Lily every thing that's coming in number 4 we have Gold, Silver, and Crystal. This is about as open as an open world game can get and really does stick to the point of personal adventure. Pretty much every little mini story is its own self-contained thing, and if it weren't for the grind and
As
the
open
MMO
as an
games,
open world game
ever
can
made,
get?
the base game and
It's not open world at
How
all.
much Pokemon's gonna start sucking. And at the end of the day, you can't really beat a free-form open-ended game that
Obviously, Gen 1
new games
sucks.
don't do. And why? Oh, that's not gonna be contentious. I don't know what will. But playing through it was genuine.
And Hoenn is
In
number
fact,
1.
only one is just how damage is calculated. The Hoenn games remain damn good games. Good gameplay, good performance. It still looks great. A good story, fun, wacky villains, good legendary hunting, good Pokemon. It really is just the full package. There is literally.
Well, that was truly incredible. Now, any comments? Best games are Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Mr. R with his old people talking points. Just silliness, and madness. Doesn't play Arceus, the best Pokemon game. Why does Miller think Arceus is better than Scarlet and Violet when Scarlet and Violet is better in every way? Did you like dodge rolling the bosses or something, Miller? Well, if it's just swimming, Australia would win. Well, that's true this year, right? But usually America wins. The swimming overall, I think. Nomura and Leon are the best champions. They're because they're the only ones you remember, idiot. First of all, Leon sucks. He's terrible. I hate his design, and that's all that matters. And also, he's Hop's brother, and that's annoying. And he's got a lame Charizard. Nomura sucks. Oh no, Nomura's the girl, not the champion, right? Like the actual champion with the Galissa whatever sucks. But Nomura is a cool character. I don't know if she's a champion. I don't know if I just forgot that. Gold and Silver being second is crazy, Mr. R. You got to replay those games. And first of all, Crystal's way better than both of them. Well, Crystal's isn't better than both of them, huh, Mr. R? Because you can't get a Mareep, I see. Ruby and Sapphire are terrible. Emerald's epic, though. Though that's not even necessarily true. The only good one is Black 2. True. My historic ranking has always been Gen 3, then Gen 5, because Black 2 and White 2 are great. And then usually Gen 4, but I have no idea how 9 and 8 factor into this now. 8 would probably be next, but I just don't know if I just put 9 at 1 or just don't include it. I don't know. Is Scarlet and Violet, they let multiple people be champions or something? Yeah, maybe that's a thing. Leon is canonically the best in the world. Yeah, they tried to do that in the anime too, but no one's buying it. Because Cynthia is cooler, and Leon fucking sucks. He's annoying. Look at him. He's ugly. That's just every Pokemon game just trying to outdo the last one, you know, and that's just not fair. Remember this dumb Nakey Jakey video we watched? Anyway. What makes a man? That sounds lame. Oh my god, let's talk about House of the Dragon. I need like a 10-minute The Last of Us 2 sucks video. Let's get sad. I don't get sad. The Painful Art of Empathy. 1 year later, still sucks. This could be epic. I don't want to watch the old video. Hold on, I think we found our video, chat.
Check this out. The Palmy Jack's Fried Chicken Burger. Palmer. No, it's not. Palmy. Palmer. No, it's Palmy. Always with an I.
Hilarious.
Where's it from? Hungry Jicks. Jack's.
I'm laughing right now. Oh, a second ad. Let's go to the ACU. Australian Catholic University. I hate Catholicism. Profanity and bloody gameplay violence, and spoilers for both Last of Us games, The Walking Dead Season 3 to 8, Breaking Bad, and Oh no. Oh no. we're gonna say The Last of Us Part 2 does a bad job doing, like, morality or something, but Vinland Saga does it right. This is disgusting. On principle. Jockey Bacon's trying to chin up right now. I'm pissed off. What else could we be bringing up shitty Vinland Saga about? This is how you really do redemption and tell us that violence is bad. It's not what the game's about, moron.
1 year ago, The Last of Us 2 released an audience split between people who are bound to hate it and another half that praised it to the high heavens. Anyone familiar with my content knows where I stand, or who clicked on this video.
Wait, let's just look at the original video. Because it's funny, I feel like at the 1 year mark is when they started coming up. 1 year later, and The Last of Us Part 2 might be good now. And it could be a response to that, like, actually, it still fucking sucks, which would be epic. Trying to cut off, like, the counter jerk wave at the throat, at the, what do you call it, in the bud, nip it in the bud. Now, when the fuck is the original video? Why I didn't like The Last of Us Part 2? Disgusting. But anyway, we're watching.
Speaking of which, this is my follow-up video to the video I made, Why I Didn't Like The Last of Us Part 2, a project I made and released on June 28, 2020. Think of this as the unnecessary remake to that first video that no one asked for. I'm sure Naughty Dog knows plenty about that. I want to elaborate more on things I didn't explain well in that vid. It was one of my first
Miller's chewing right now.
Major attempts at a video essay. With the skills and experience I have now, I want to come back to this game in retrospect with the year that has passed since its release. My opinions overall haven't changed. If anything, I think the story is way worse than what I initially stated in that video. So you should just hit that dislike button already if you're going to be a blind defender for this game. For those of you that do hate this game and or want to have a discussion about my criticisms, sit back and enjoy the video. I didn't play the game all the way through again, but I did.
I'm finna bump the cord. I'm finna bump the cord. No, I can't have Vinland spoilers. We don't want to scare off Mr. R. Do we have to do a different one then? We might. Have you seen the anime for Vinland Saga, Mr. R? I don't even remember. Is Scarlet Violet... Oh, I read that one. Can someone just make a video essay where they call half the game boring? The Ellie half, right? The part that everybody says they actually like. God damn it, Mr. R. I was looking forward to this one. Oh my god, Reason 1, Reason 2, Reason 3. Where's Vinland Saga? Is it just Askeladd stuff? If you've seen Season 1, Mr. R, you know, that's probably covered. Hold on, I closed Twitch on my phone for some fucking reason. Season 1. But it looks like it's just Askeladd stuff. Okay, we can risk it. If I sense that it's coming, I'll just pause it. And we might not even get that far. In fact, we probably won't get that far into the video. Gotta remember how there's no Isaac boss battle and he gets killed with no impact. What were they thinking? Miller, you should make one of these videos. You're that retarded. He hasn't seen Askeladd's revival, though. I nearly made that joke, Miller, so you just know that you're not as funny as me.
Did replay various sections just for the hell of it recently. And I have more to say on this as well as the story, because I'm trying to enjoy something out of this miserable experience of the game. The combat itself is easily the most fun of this entire gameplay experience. No question about it. It is the only thing that remains interesting about the game on subsequent playthroughs. The Last of Us 2 has small additions and changes to the combat like going prone. Even if you don't have the option of invisible while prone on, you can abuse this to pull off some prestige stealth kills in the right areas. It's honestly surprising how useful it is at times. And this third time playing the game had me playing with enemies on survivor difficulty and a high number of resources and ammo drop. Also with auto pickup on.
I beat Uncharted 1 and 2 on the hardest difficulty, you know, these games ain't shit.
It's tiring having to press try.
That game's way fucking harder than this one. You'll just get shot out of nowhere and be fucking dead.
So many times, so many drawn out animations. If Naughty Dog is going to provide all these options to optimize gameplay, you might as well go nuts with them. Be as reckless as you can to get the most out of the experience. Make no mistake though, I still died a lot. Sometimes on purpose. Sometimes I tried to die on purpose but ended up surviving. It's weird how shit turns out in this game sometimes.
It's pretty funny when we hate Abby so much we try to kill her on purpose.
The combat here feels like a refined version of the first games, and I think it works despite getting repetitive at times. Molotovs suck compared to the last game. Anyone caught in one last time would be red meat by the end of it. Here, there will be quite a few times where they catch fire, but they won't die. Every other weapon is fine though. Abby has the best collection of them since she's Neil Druckmann's favorite character, but Ellie's really fun to play. Too. She feels like an older, more capable version of herself from last time. Now she's tall enough to go straight for people's throats rather than jumping on their backs. While I don't like Abby as a character, playing as her is pretty fun. It's great just being able to destroy people with her melee attacks. Seriously, she be fucking people up in this game. She's here in Joel's place as a brute force character since Joel had that old man strength. Honestly, seeing how the combat is here really makes me wonder where the fuck that faction's multiplayer is at already. Can you guys imagine how this shit would play with this game? The deaths of some of these NPCs are unintentionally hilarious. They scream hysterically when you blow off their limbs, but it feels like the game is forcing these to happen more often to fit in with the game's goal of getting you to think about the people you're murdering as people.
Oh my god, he's got a thingy. He's got a, what do you call this? A quotation? Yeah, it is really uncomfortable. That's what we were going for. A sense of discomfort with what Ellie is doing, what the player is doing. there's there are consequences to actions, but all time is justifiable when I'm done.
Going as far as to have their comrades scream out their names in shock and horror. But it gets pretty comical considering how often it happens in the story and when names start being recycled in the same fight. Unless these people just so happen to have the same name, which is actually pretty plausible when you think about how common names can be. It didn't really matter to me either.
He actually had a funny point there, and he talked himself out of it. Again, this is one. Remember when I tried to do that bingo card for like smaller YouTuber like meme? One of my favorite ones is them making a point, then like contradicting it maybe. Like exactly what he just did. It happens in so many small videos. It's great.
I know they're in immense pain and dying and all that, but these enemies...
The last area in California or whatever is so sick, man. Great aesthetic and good difficulty. It is a weird looking place. Huh? I don't like it at all. I mean, in terms of like visuals and stuff, I wouldn't want to live there. Santa Barbara or whatever it's called. I don't know. Like the beach is there, but everything is like sunset color. I hate sunset color.
Never really felt real to me. This game doesn't humanize its NPCs as well as a game like the Batman Arkham series.
That's funny, man.
Is this true, Miller? I bet you love these. Well, Mr. Arts probably played these, and I would trust his opinion way more.
Did she do it? Of course she did. Hey, look at me. I'm gorgeous.
The hardcore criminals and thugs of Gotham.
Wait, was that just them like joking about fucking a girl? If so, that's hilarious. No, well, hilarious that he would think that was great.
Real to me. This game doesn't humanize its NPCs as well as a game like the Batman Arkham series.
That's funny, man. And then what? Did she do it? Of course she did. Hey, look at me. I'm gorgeous.
The hardcore...
They were. This is funny. This is funny. That's like, there was another slight like conservatism that I caught at the beginning.
And thugs of Gotham City are just
3 strikes and he's out.
way more interesting to listen to and
True, Batman is better, funnier.
fight than these.
It's like Breaking Bad aesthetic. True. They're kind of near each other, I think.
This isn't to say that all
Well, they're quite near each other. Las Vegas, or no, New Mexico is on the border of California. I know geography. At least I think. It might like just not be.
Nah, it's just that the game's attempts to make you feel bad about killing these people backfires tremendously. Especially when you have the moments where you have the last enemy at your mercy. If you choose not to kill them, they either die from the wounds you've already inflicted on them, or they just stand back up and start shooting at you again as if they weren't just begging for their lives. Whether you choose to spare or kill them, the game will play out the exact same way in every aspect. No changes to gameplay if you leave them alive. No
True, you have no control over how the story plays out. I've heard this.
changes to the story if they're dead or alive. I mean, if you leave them alive, they'll kill you, so I guess that's a change. You will experience no real consequences for mowing down everyone in your path. And how else would you play The Last of Us anyway? If there's anything that holds it back, it's the story itself, and the extremely scripted moments being forced on you in other playthroughs. Like this one work table where a bunch of wolves jump Ellie. The first time it happened,
Epic,
it of course
greatest moment of all time.
scared the shit out of me. Especially when you hear this asshole's footsteps before he grabs her. The problem arises when no other random attacks like this happen aside from being another sporadic cutscene quick time event where you have so little control over your character. With how often Abby and Ellie get sneak attacked, you wonder how the fuck either of them is still alive aside from plot armor. It'd be way more interesting if there were more random moments like these in the gameplay versus being another QTE. It'd make players stay on guard more. Maybe instead it's randomly generated which work tables you get jumped at throughout the game. Nope, this game is so fucking scripted that you can't even find any sign of these wolves before going to the workbench. I wonder if they would even show up if you chose to ignore it. The devs were far more interested in how many crazy scenarios can we force you into versus how many crazy scenarios can we create organically in gameplay. The closest thing you get to having
gameplay.
Dynamic gameplay like this are scenarios where you have 2 enemy factions fighting each other, whether it be humans v humans or humans v infected. These are some of the best moments of the gameplay. How can I not enjoy the sheer chaos of unleashing effect on soldiers coming after me and getting a clicker to rip out their throats instead of mine, or freeing affected from chains to attack someone? We needed more of this shit, man. It'd be really interesting if some of the enemies that
actually that was in the original game DLC before it was in this game.
It didn't come back as runners, but I might be asking for too much. Plus the time window for infection might take too long unless you backtrack places. So many missed gameplay opportunities. Beyond the combat, there is nothing to ride home about the gameplay. The rest of your energy is put into pretty simple puzzles or save combinations that the game will often just give you the combination to. There is nothing this game does that another doesn't already do better. The first game was different because you at least had multiplayer off rip as something else to get into besides the story. But here we are, stuck with this pretentious ass story from Naughty Dog that adds so little to an already lackluster gameplay experience. Naughty Dog.
Not a pretentious story. I don't like
Where's
those.
the Factions multiplayer at? It's been a year now. You have no excuse. Hopefully this part of the video will be super dated soon. What do you have aside from getting collectibles and doing repetitive puzzles? Super scripted running and or walking segments where you just push forward on the controller. Oh, what fun. You guys know that I'm not a fan of the super scripted type of gameplay. It's just really fucking boring to play and it kills so much of the replayability. Now for the reasons. This plot from the start is full of too many contrivances based on the dumbass decisions of these.
Not a contrivance.
Abby running into Joel is sheer luck and coincidence of the highest order.
Remember, oh my god, I'm remembering all the counters to all these stupid talking points about how they see the tracks and she follows the tracks because she goes on the main road, so it actually does make sense. And there was another one, I can't remember it. It was about this specific scenario too. Not that any of this matters or that convenience is anything in the story.
And it only serves to speed up Joel's death to get the revenge quest going. People give the writers a lot of shit for Tommy giving Abby him and Joel's names, but I personally don't think it's that big of a deal in this instance when they initially meet Abby. I took it as a quick intro to get themselves acquainted enough
This is another small YouTuber thing where you, like, there's, like, if you dislike something, there's, like, things that other people say that they dislike about it, but you make sure that you tell everybody that you don't dislike those things. You actually dislike other things, just to show that you're nuanced. I remember doing this in the Vinland Saga video. It's great.
To just get out of the situation easier.
Yeah, I would hate to replay the game, honestly. Would be very slow. Kill
yes,
yourself.
I know it only
Noah.
happens for Abby to put the pieces together, but I don't mind the name dropping as much here. Now, when we get to the cabin where Joel decides to place himself in the middle of a room full of armed people they don't know and casually gives out his name, that's a different story. What's even crazier
Oh, never mind.
about this is how Abby shoots Joel's knee before asking for his whole name.
Joel Miller.
And Tommy is in a place where you can see Abby getting the shotgun from Owen but doesn't do anything. You guys have seen how big Jackson is, how it's still a functioning small town in the apocalypse. It's safe to say that there are at least a few hundred people living there. Are you sure that this is the Joel y'all are looking for?
I feel like the first time I saw this type of critique was in like YMS
Tommy, you guys are
videos. And it's so funny to me because there's like rules here, and I assume this is what Mauler does, even though I've still seen very little Mauler stuff. Is like the weird, like, not allowing people to be stupid in circumstances at all. Like, and then I just think about every day at work and how stupid things happen so often, and it's like, if you're trying to be descriptively real at all, obviously these stupid things have to happen. Now, I feel like I've heard YMS Steelman the counter to that counter, where it's like, well, it's harder to get invested if the characters are stupid or whatever. And then there's also the normies point, which I'm talking about the reactors, where they always get mad when something is dramatically ironic. Like, if they have no, like, they're so stupid. Or if, like, they know that something's coming and the characters are acting like something's not coming, they will start screaming and, like, get mad. Or, like, why aren't you doing anything type thing. So, I don't know, just all these, like, audience behavior things that are all entirely dependent on every individual experience. It's just, like, the worst type of criticism. Especially when it's sort of phrased as objective criticism, and it's like, oh. But, like, at work, you know, there's baskets, and like and you put the baskets in the stand at the beginning of the store, and the last basket is like glued down to hold all the other baskets in like the stand. But every single day, multiple times a day, somebody will come in and try and pick up the last basket, not realizing that it's like glued down. And it's so funny. It's just like, how could Tommy just stand there while there's movement going on and not immediately register that the movement is... Like, there are so many conversations I have where people are very directly telling me something, and it takes me... And I have to ask them what they mean, like, 3 times. And I was like, if there was a camera here right now, I'd look like the biggest retard in the world. It's like, oh. I hate criticism. It's the worst. Wait, how many times have you played it, Calm? So, how many times have I actually played fully? Just once. I've watched through like a full playthrough, like I want to say like 10 times or something crazy. There's a lot of pretty girls that have played through it, and a lot of times I've watched it. And you know, it's not just pretty girls, because I watched Eric Whiteley play through it, and I think I watched another dude play through it at least. I know I played some parts. Remember when I like figured out that you can just record on the PlayStation, and I just played that one mission a few times? I know I've played the beginning part a few times. Because remember, I was trying to collect footage for a little while, but then I was unhappy that it was only like 180p, or what do you call it, 1080p. So not that much, but I've watched it like 17 million times. But I've like every other Naughty Dog game like this, I've played at least twice, a lot of them 3 times. Wait, have I ever played The Last of Us originally through twice? I know I've gotten like 3/4 like twice. I've definitely played Uncharted 1 and 2. Maybe I haven't played Uncharted 3 through twice either. But just like half of it through the second time. I've definitely played Uncharted 4 twice. And I guess I've only played Last Legacy once, so maybe I'm a big fat fucking liar. But in all the games, I always like the slow parts too, like the walking through stuff, because it's fun and you can see how far you can go when you're not like... When you're playing it the first time, you're just like going along. And then you're like, oh, what if I go over this way while Dina's talking? And like, in especially the Last of Us Part 2, there are a lot of great little things where she'll like stop talking and then say, oh, you're back, and then continue what she's saying. Like there's designs in case that happens. And sometimes she'll like follow you and stuff like that. But anyway. And it's the most obvious thematic meaning. He's less on guard because he's settled into the life. And yes, there's that bit too. And there's a million other things of like people build up Joel like Joel would never give out his name because he's on alert 24/7, whereas he gets caught off guard in the first game like a million times. I I'll AFK for a bit. Well, Mr. R, if only we were up to the Vinland Saga part.
Looking for? How do you guys know there aren't like 10 other Joels and Tommies out there? Joel and Tommy are common names, I think at least. They don't even bother asking
When
Tommy
you go to Jackson, you're going to kill a guy named Joel. And you find the guy, and he, like, matches the description, and he's, like, old, and, like...
about the Fireflies to confirm his identity. These psychos are super gung-ho to kill someone that they aren't...
But also, that's the most retarded, like, story convenience thing of all time. Like, you find the guy with the name you want, but you're supposed to, like, make sure you check if it's the... Like... This is, like, fundamental philosophical, like, art critique thing, where it's, like... And I think I saw a thumbnail for a video, like, yesterday, which was, like, seemed to be about this very point, where it was, like, there's, like, theater-esque acting and naturalistic acting or something. And, if you're watching, like, a theater performance, and they teach you, like, in, like, a writing class to do this, like, only, like, be concise and only say exactly what, like, you're basically advocating for the opposite of conciseness for, like, little logic points where it's like, actually, maybe we should have written a situation where she had to actually verify whether or not this Joel was the actual Joel. Whereas if you're trying to be concise, it's just like, oh, he said Joel, and it's like, it's just, it's so fucking stupid.
100% sure is the guy they're looking for. Abby's just a trigger-happy moron with plot armor on her side. I've seen all kinds of defense...
Has there ever been anybody intelligent that's ever used the plot armor thing? Like, it is my number one trigger. It's like, what's Alita Rio always get mad at? He gets mad at, Show Don't Tell, but there's, like, another one that he more consistently gets mad at. Plot armor will set me through a fucking roof.
This is for Joel's death, but...
It's funny how One Piece has two characters called Carrot, most realistic work of fiction. Yes, House of the Dragon, you know, it's really good when you have characters with multiple names, except everybody would do the meme critique about, if you didn't name everybody Aegon, this problem wouldn't have happened.
None of them hold up well. Comparing this to any of his behavior last game ignores the whole context of the situations Joel was in and how paranoid of a dude he always was. He only took a chance on Sam and Henry because of Ellie being there and encouraging it. The two are also confirmed to not be their enemies by Henry attacking Joel, ironically enough, and halting his attack when he sees Ellie. I've gotten to an internet debate with someone who tried to say that Henry and Sam could have been hunters using Sam as a ploy, even though the fucking cutscene itself confirms that Henry and Sam aren't hunters since they don't keep children.
This is another great little YouTuber thing where he, like, does a side tangent about a whole separate argument he got in a comment one time. It's great. It's my favorite.
The hunters in Pittsburgh also don't use any tricks like these against Joel and Ellie anywhere else in the story or
yes, please logic this guy.
Gameplay. These assholes chase you down in an armored car and a minigun and are armed to the teeth. They clearly don't give a fuck about making any kind of trap for Joel and Ellie or anything that would involve subtlety. The whole fucking city is a trap because they run that shit. Pittsburgh belongs to the hunters. Why would they try to trick Joel and Ellie with a kid of their own when they pretty much run the city and have the resources and numbers to go for the brute force approach to combat every time? This is why they teamed up with Henry and Sam in the first fucking place. I'm gonna need you motherfuckers to think. People will just ignore the entire context of the first game to make shit.
It's another small YouTuber thing to, like, have a weird reference to, like, a completely different series just because you think it's cool. Like, I remember there's one video where I have a clip of Jackie Brown in it for no reason. I can't remember the video or the context, but it's so stupid.
Arguments for this game.
So
Speaking of ignoring context, remember the scene where Joel saw right through the hunter's trap because he's not new to this shit and was actually a hunter himself? What the fuck happened to this Joel? Henry and Sam also don't pose as much of a threat as Abby's crew immediately does just by sheer number. Even if...
Also, 1 year later, should we not have new funny things to say? This is like...
Sam and Henry...
This is the worst video. This is the reiteration of every bad point I've heard a million times.
If we were trying to kill them, Joel and Ellie would probably be able to take care of themselves. Abby's crew is automatically shady as a random group of armed people just chilling outside of Jackson. Like, why the fuck are y'all here if you're not trying to trade or stop by someplace safe briefly? If only Jackson's residents ran patrols to keep the area safe from potential threats like them. Wait, the idea of Joel getting soft in Jackson is stupid as fuck. It doesn't even make sense with the shit they show you later on about his character in Jackson. You don't just grow soft in a world as violent as this, especially a dude who... left the whole family out on the road at the beginning of the apocalypse. You don't just lose 20 plus
20 years earlier.
Years of survival experience from 4 years of comfort. The same person who argued about Sam and Henry tried to say that Breaking Bad had Walter White change drastically in the time span of a few years, so therefore it could happen to Joel. Sure, because The Last of Us 2 most certainly has the same quality of writing as Breaking Bad. It also, once again, ignores the context of both stories. Walter White was a chemistry teacher who turned...
Shitty ass fucking Breaking Bad with its shit episode with that hostage dude that made me drop this shit series.
...into a meth kingpin in the time span of 2 years. Joel Miller was a construction worker who managed to survive in a zombie apocalypse for over 20 years. Joel then found himself a home for 4 years where he still actively goes on patrols, still tells Ellie to wear a gas mask.
Like, what argument is this? Like, you can get comfortable in, like, a matter of minutes. Like, isn't that how our whole, like, biology and shit works?
In case someone sees her breathing in spores.
Put your mask on.
Do I have to? It's just us.
What if we run into something?
And why do characters have to be, like, consistent in this manner? It's, like, so many fundamental questions that...
Is still capable of fighting off multiple infected with his brother and Ellie, hacks a bloater to death with a machete, and helps teach other people in Jackson how to defend their home.
Your old man really laid into me today.
What happened?
Another big lecture about my patrols. Don't go here, don't go there. It's funny how involved you get whenever you're scheduled to go.
This is the greatest fucking scene of all time. Even better recontextualization than Little Garden. Oh, it's so fucking good.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Neil, Joel got so fucking soft while he was in Jackson. It'd be one thing if they
Did Neil Druckmann ever say that he got soft and that's why he died?
Joel losing his touch or getting injured or something, but instead you guys show us that Joel is pretty much the same badass he was last time, only way nicer now that he's got Ellie, a better relationship with his brother, a place to sleep, and coffee. Man, they did our boy dirty. The whole cabin scene is just Neil's excuse to kill Joel off quickly and to get us to hate Abby for how she brutally murders him in front of Ellie. That's all this shitty scene is here for. Nothing.
And then this point about, well, not this point specifically, but these types of points where it's like, they're just manipulating you and I hate a character. It's like, yeah, bro.
More, nothing.
Yeah,
Yes.
brother.
Honestly, this scene makes me really sad in hindsight, considering that Joel was one of my favorite characters from last time. I played it
Oh. Are we perhaps seeing the mask slip here?
full well he was going
Or
to die
perhaps getting at the real reason why we
because
don't
of
like
leaks.
this?
Plus, everyone was predicting his death from the
Oh my god, it mentioned leaks. Oh my god, mentioning the reveal trailer that I was just writing about. This shit is so dumb. I cannot believe he's still on this tangent. Jackson is the most civilized and safe settlement by far. True, and that's like a great thing because that's used later for Ellie as a justification for why we got to kill all these wolves and she doesn't have to feel bad, is because Jackson is way nicer and stuff. Oh, it's great when you first start playing as Abby and you realize how fucking big this settlement is and how retarded Ellie's whole journey was and how, like, the whole time in Ellie, you're like, oh my god, you're the visions of the first game and you're like, well, this group can't be that big and we've killed so many people and we're getting so close and we're seeing all the characters that we knew and we assume that they're like the central, but they're actually just a tiny little fraction of this whole group and there's a whole other thing going on and there's this Isaac guy. Oh, it's so fucking cool.
Joel was one of my favorite characters from last time.
And Miller, it's epic when the fucking sister without
A
arms
snake
kills that
cannot
motherfucker.
eat a dragon.
Every scene he's in is so good though. CeeLo Pilot has resubscribed for 7. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 months. It's crazy. Kyle, are you excited for the new Peggy album? Yes, I saw the trailer, CeeLo Pilot. I did. I honestly haven't liked the newer songs that much, and my friends were yelling at me for not liking them too much the other day. But yeah, I'm excited, you know. Scare and the Hose I didn't like that much either. Well, I liked it, but like, I don't know. I think the peak was the 2019 one. All My Heroes Are Cornballs.
I played it knowing full well he was going to die because of leaks. Plus, everyone was predicting his death from the first trailer, so don't even spin that stupid ass
the leaks thing
argument of, oh, you're just mad because Joel died.
Oh, that's what I just said, chat?
No, people are mad that this game treats Joel like shit, as if he...
Well, obviously, if Joel had died heroically and he got, like, shot one time and he was bleeding and he was crouching over Ellie and he was telling her to run away and they got away and then they escaped and then he died up against a tree as the beautiful sunset came down, nobody would be mad. But it
wasn't the free
in an actual cool way. Oh my god, you're gonna overlap with Alira. Alira can suck my dick. Nobody leave. Oh my god, I have to watch I'll watch the new Manji video when he goes live with Alira, okay?
As if we didn't experience the whole arc he had in that game. Playing this game feels like Naughty Dog didn't understand just how much people like Joel, or even the full picture of why Joel loved Ellie so.
See, this is bait to make a terrible argument, and the terrible argument is, you really think you know Naughty than the first game better than the people that made it?
So much that he was perfectly fine with possibly dooming the world just to save her. He was not about to lose another daughter to the military. Shit, this game even makes Sarah's death pointless considering how bad everyone got fucked over in the end. I'm not saying that Joel shouldn't have died at all, but y'all could...
Unless life ends great for you, everything up to it was bad. Like, if you get cancer and die in the end, you know, that's a kind of a sad ending. Like, fucking hell. Oh no, we're going flat, Millie. We might just make it. Hold on, when's this little cuckalito going live? I even told him I was streaming. 25. He's got 10 minutes. I think he's probably directly calculated exactly when we'll be going live. I have been reading My Hero Academia, recording at the end of... Alira, we don't like this new situation of recording at the end of the stream. It's bad. No, actually, last time I did like it. But this time, I don't care about the boys. Remember when I went through that phase, chat?
For his character than this. You didn't have to kill him in the first 2 hours of the game, but nah. Fuck Joel for saving his daughter from a shady paramilitary group that was dying off from the start of the story.
True. Joel was actually moral. He was actually a good guy, chat. He was actually good. Combos is good, but I have lots of hope for this new one. I'm really hopeful, CeeLo Piled. Okay, I'm gonna yell at you too. What do you mean? Oh my god, about the most recent songs? Honestly, I haven't listened to them too much. Are you going to the Aussie show? No, but I did, because I was watching the trailer and I did see that there were ads for the shows. The tickets were like $89. If I told my friends about it, they would want to go. I've still never been to a concert, so it's in February, I think. I mean, It's not an impossibility, but probably not. Is your next video going to be a Last of Us video? I don't know which one's going to be next, because every video I'm making right now is probably going to be like 40 minutes long. It's going to take forever, so we'll see. I swear it took me 5 hours to get to Joel's death low. It's fun taking your time. That is true. It's like that opening section like 4 hours.
I think Joel should have still saved Abby from the infected, but instead he gets bitten because of her. It'd be more fitting into his character since he had ruined the world's chance for a cure. It'd be the universe coming back to bite Joel in a way that doesn't.
Now we're writing themes with this guy, you know, he should have got bitten.
Doesn't leave us questioning the intelligence of everyone involved. Aside from Joel and Tommy walking right into a trap, everyone else here is a fucking moron too.
This series isn't about the fucking zombies, retard.
Ellie walks right in because these dumbasses don't bother standing guard outside. Even though there's a horde nearby that might still be a threat, they're in enemy territory, and there's a snowstorm. It doesn't help that the characters acknowledge their own fuck-ups either. That honestly makes it worse.
Why aren't you posting up outside? We didn't think anyone was gonna show up. What the hell did you expect?
You guys are military trained twice over.
Why is it worse?
You should know better than.
And again, it's like, you can't make mistakes.
Also, Ellie, you have a chance to shoot Abby before coming in, and you take too long to go for it. Where's Ellie that was quick to shoot?
Because we got a shot
the hell out of people in the last game. Joel would have been drowned to death with the snail's pace you're moving at here. What's even worse is how they wear their wolf patches while they're in Jackson. I'm sure it's not that hard to find different clothes. There should be plenty left on corpses or in abandoned stores considering it's a post-apocalyptic world. Or better yet, you guys could just cut off your fucking wolf patches. They also take pictures of themselves sightseeing and write their names on the pics for Ellie to conveniently find in Seattle. These people were too stupid to live.
Joke.
Them sparing Tommy and Ellie is also stupid. I don't buy for a second that Abby cares even remotely about being on the moral high ground of, we'd be no better than Joel.
Didn't Dr. Disrespect in Twitch Whispers try to fuck a minor? And these idiots aren't allowed to leave goddamn photos around? Oh, I forgot. When everybody saw that, they're all like, I to be as stupid as Dr. Disrespect, and everybody thinks they're a G.
Considering how she's so...
We're all retards, retard. Figure it out. Oh my god, he's gonna fucking fake out kill Tommy right here.
Happy the rest of the game. Abby, you and your crew threw morality out the window the minute you decided to trek across states to beat someone's skull in with a golf club while his daughter begged for his life. Someone who just saved your life too. You should know full well that you guys are risking this coming back to bite you. The whole reason you're even here is because of Joel's actions coming back.
She's not even that mad at Ellie. She just wants to kill her. Like, it's not like she goes in a monologue about how this is not fair. She just says, we let you live and you wasted it because now I'm just kill you anyway, bitch. And she was until that dumb bitch Lev. Now, Lev is not a bitch because Lev is a boy. That prick bastard Lev stopped her. Remember that fucking crazy moment? She's bashing Dina's fucking skull into the fucking wooden flooring. And you're like, oh my god, there's no way they're killing her too. But you totally believe it because this game is cutthroat and fucking crazy. And that it doesn't happen. But then you don't necessarily know it's not happened because she's already bashed her fucking skull like 7 times. Greatest game of all time. Oh my god, this guy's a fucking idiot. Mr. Rob, we've realized, don't worry. Remember when you see Abby's perspective of this scene and they're all arguing and clearly have no idea what they're doing? And like the recontextualization that Mel was like not okay with any of it and is like freaking out the whole time? Yeah, it's pretty cool when there's like internal conflict and stuff.
Back to bite him. Why are you so surprised that the people who you let live can't...
Plus you have friends to go with and I've got to go all on my lonesome. Be careful, CeeLo, you're going to a fucking JPEG Mafia concert by yourself. Oh, why not people go crazy in those pits? It would be fun. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I don't want to do it.
Came back to kill you and your friends, especially when one of them is a former Firefly like y'all. This is just the prologue of this game, and there's already so much stupid shit in this story. It's funny how this game wants to have its message about violence not solving anything, when violence would have solved a lot of the problems in reality. Maria, for some reason, lets Ellie and Dina go and save Tommy, who changed his mind real quick about tracking Abby down after telling Ellie it was a bad idea himself. Maria, these two are barely even adults, and you're letting them travel all the way from Wyoming.
Because Ellie convinced him in the scene.
Coming to Seattle to rescue Tommy? That's a long-ass trip. We've seen how dangerous just one trip to a nearby state is for people in the first game. Plus, Ellie is not in the best emotional state after what happened to Joel. It'd make way more sense if Maria told them no, but then they just leave anyway and be the rebellious teenagers they are. But no, we can't let anything stop this revenge quest.
It's so cool when everybody's like completely on their side, basically. At the beginning, and it's like, yeah, let's go kill him. Because it is dumb as fuck. It is like, we're gonna go multiple states. I don't know, where the fuck are they? They're in, like, Jackson, whatever. It's not that far. But anyway, they're going a little whiles, and it's like, just to kill somebody? Like, if you actually stop and think about it, it's, like, stupid. But in the moment, you are entirely 1,000,000,000% with Ellie. You're like, of course we're gonna go and kill this bitch. Like, and that only works because of the viscerality of the scene. Because the whole point is that, like, you obviously go in, and it's... like, it's teasing you with the perspective narrative the whole time. It's like, we're going to do a perspective shift. and you're like, dumb Naughty Dog, I'm not stupid enough, I'm not going to fall for it, I'm not going to just hate this girl just because she wants to kill Joel. And then the entire point is that the scene makes it, because it's like the most gruesome death you've ever seen in your life, where the guy you really, really like is getting beaten to death with a fucking golf club, and it gets his brain crashed, and you see it, and your favorite little girl is sitting there screaming about it. Oh, and it's just the coolest. It's just the greatest game.
Everything about how this game is written is meant to just move along the plot.
Fuck Nintendo, Miller. And why don't you go to your shitty Elite RE Street? Now, don't actually. Mr. Oz put in 860 miles. Is that the distance? I'm not sure. The concentration of people just talking about the very start and the very end of the game is insane. Like, if you watch these videos, you wouldn't know most of the plot points. That's true. But yeah, because the two, like, meme things is Joel dying and then Ellie not killing Abby in the end. Oh my god, we're linking the whole thing. Where is Jackson in? Why am I blanking on it? Because I'm trying to think Jacksonville, Florida, but it's just Jackson. It's like, wait, what's next to Idaho? Is it in Idaho? I forget. But anyway. Oh, I keep thinking it's California, but it's Seattle. So that's what I was thinking. But yeah. America's fucking big. You ever notice that? Bunch of losers, though. We hate the Americans. I'm pretty sure there's 0 Americans in the chat, so this is funny, and we can get away with talking shit. Wyoming, I think. Yes, it's Wyoming. That's also where Firewatch is set. Ellie's a little bitch. Does Luffy even care to learn Akihino's name? Grow up? True.
How little sense it makes. Then we get even more dumb shit later on, like Ellie forgetting her map at the aquarium after murking unfaithful and preggers. She's using this map to navigate this.
There's also the biggest, like, and I'm not my favorite line of argumentation, because I'm so fancy, is usually not hypocrisy, because I hate it, and like every commentary loser YouTuber does it. And it's mostly all conservatives will ever talk about will be trying to find a little bit of hypocrisy. Hypocrisy doesn't disprove the original point. But, like, how could, like, and I feel like this is the thing that you've got to attack Mauler over all the time. Like, every story, if you break it down like this, is going to crumble. It's fabricated. And people honestly don't really put that much thought into the logic of things, because who fucking cares? It's like everything you like, we could definitely dismantle to this like level of being like, and she left her fucking map behind? Are you fucking serious?
City. She wouldn't just leave that shit around, especially if it marks where they're hiding out at. How did Tommy and Jesse miss this too? This shit only happened so we can have that stupid ass theater fight. Owen and Mel also completely neglect to tell Ellie that she's pregnant until Ellie shoots him and stabs Mel. Sure, they could tell Ellie Mel's pregnant and she could still decide to shoot both of them, but they don't at least try.
Well, at least Ellie learned from that mistake and made sure to tell Abby that Dina was pregnant.
I would at least show that they have some sense of self-preservation here. How hard is it to blurt out, don't shoot, she's pregnant? A lot of people will at least hesitate to do anything if you say something like that. Why does Mel hide her freaking pregnancy here and nowhere else in the game? Why does Owen think it's a good idea to charge someone with a gun pointed directly at his pregnant girlfriend and has a whole arsenal on her back? How did Mel even get to the aquarium on her own if Abby and Ellie both nearly died multiple times just to get there? There were so many other ways to try and keep yourselves
maybe she got lucky
alive here, but you guys fucked it up tremendously.
I feel like the only time I would care about, like, and don't make fun of my voice crack just now, I'm truly masculine. Now, the only time I would ever care about, like, a convenience if I just thought it was impossible. Like, there is a world where she, like, literally Mel just, like, strolled down the street. She was banging shit, too, and there just conveniently was just no zombies in the area. They had all gone a different place because off-screen there was a bunch of people who hoarded them over there, and they were in the corner for some reason. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, as long as it's not, like... And even if it literally didn't make any sense, I don't think I would care that much, because I don't really care about bit-to-bit immersion like this, because it's stupid and it's a dumb fucking story. But, like, if... Like, something like Danny coming to save John so quickly when it's been established in the show previously that it's supposed to take a long time, like, that's pretty bad, right? That's like, oh, literally impossible. There's probably better examples of that, like, and then, I don't know. But
because you have to turn to complete morons who have no regard for the life of your child, of your own lives, for the sake of the plot. In regard to the theater fight that follows, it's one of the worst parts of the game. We've already wasted 10 hours to get here as Abby, and we have to help her defeat Ellie despite Abby being the person we've been...
I'd like to justify why some things are waste of times and some things aren't.
Trying to kill the entire game. Ellie even has a lot of chances to kill Abby here too, but now she has the aim of a fucking stormtrooper. In the time that Abby was struggling with Tommy, you could have put a bullet in her skull, Ellie. Whenever Abby walks backstage to confront Ellie, you could have just started blasting right there instead of hitting her with a plank, or you could have left a trap for her, but nah, we gotta drag this conflict out. Remember the last Miller brother you helped while he was struggling with someone? So what if Lev is there with his bow and arrow? Ellie has a bow and arrow, multiple guns, bombs, molotovs, and a freaking machete. She's a fucking walking arsenal, and Abby still somehow wins this fight. Yeah, I know we play as Abby, but Ellie should not have gone out like this. Admittedly, I do like how this boss fight plays similarly to David's in the
Ellie
first game.
should have lost to Abby, bro. She's fucking ripped.
Than he did. Lays out fucking bomb traps for Abby to walk on, and a machete. There is no.
I kind of want to see the other reasons, or do we just give up on this video forever? I don't know. Maybe we'll watch the rest next stream. But that's the second battery warning, which means we got to get the fuck up out of here. Yeah, Mauler is all about breaking down the entire story into individual worlds and picking them apart. Yeah, I know that much at least. And when something contrived like characters being clumsy happens, you gotta ask why it's happening and what point it serves. True. Fucking hell. Remember how the finale of Jurassic Park relies entirely on a T-Rex teleporting inside a room to kill the raptors? And it's still the best movie ever. If Mr. R says so, I don't watch silly dinosaur movies. Just silly dinosaur One Piece arcs and cool dinosaur Tomb Raider games. But other than that, dinosaurs suck. Elite RE, is he live, chat? I'll be swearing at him in a second. Everybody, let's go. I'm gonna host Elite RE, except I'm not. Oh my god, I just got the ping that he went live. This is crazy. Do you think he was watching stream waiting for us to get the second battery warning? I've got 6 viewers right now. I guarantee he's one of them, this little pussy Elite RE. I bet he's playing me right now on stream. Everybody flip Elite RE off. Say, fuck you, Elite RE. Actually, let's go say it in this chat.